He's a husband and father accused of shooting his wife to death. Tonight, this Central Point man charged with murder makes his first appearance before a judge. Good evening and thanks for choosing NBC 5 News at 6. I'm Craig Smolin.
And I'm Natalie Hurd. Tonight, we're learning more about this domestic violence homicide that shattered a family and brought a neighborhood to a standstill.
Jackson County Sheriff deputies found Cynthia Phillips dead inside her home Tuesday morning in the 6,000 block of Truax Road in Central Point. That's also where they found their suspect after a day-long manhunt. Wade Phillips, Cynthia's husband, was allegedly hiding in a corner of the home's attic.
We have live team coverage tonight. NBC5's Cassie Nelson is live with the impact of domestic violence on a family.
But we begin with NBC5's Christine Pitawanich, who has more on today's arraignment and the latest on the investigation.
Natalie, Craig, that's right. Wade Phillips made his first court appearance today in front of a Jackson County judge for his arraignment. He did not speak except for one short conversation with a public defender. Now, the 42-year-old Central Point truck driver is charged with murder and he did not enter a plea. The judge did not give Phillips the option of bail. That was based on the severity of the charge. Phillips was appointed a public defender and his preliminary hearing is set for November 19th. Meanwhile, at the couple's home today, investigators did a final sweep and picked up the remaining pieces of evidence.
Crime scene tape lined this Central Point home Wednesday morning.
Those were what he had on him.
As investigators pulled evidence, including guns, from inside. The 6,000 block of Truax Road is where detectives believe 42-year-old Wade Phillips shot and killed his wife. 37-year-old Cynthia Phillips died Tuesday morning.
We're not going to discuss who was in the home or who else was there at this time.
All Detective Sergeant Sickler could say was that Cynthia Phillips was the only person injured. But a family member says there were 2 children and a teen in the house at the time. After the call to 911, deputies initially thought Wade Phillips made a run for it, but hours later found him hiding in the attic under layers of insulation.
It's a very easy place to hide, and it is, unfortunately, a place where a lot of bad guys are found.
Now detectives hope this evidence and more interviews might help answer the question everyone's asking: why?
The crime scene tape has since been taken down, and according to Detective Sickler, what's expected to come next, presenting the evidence to the grand jury. Live in Medford, Christine Pitawanich, NBC 5 News.
Christine, thank you. Wade Phillips works as a commercial truck driver, and his boss says he never saw this coming. Neither did neighbors, who say there were no visible warning signs coming from the home. They say Cynthia and Wade seemed like your average couple, but say they did notice Phillips was gone a lot of the time on the road with his trucking company, JDT Logistics.
The only time he was home was only maybe for the weekend, and he was washing his truck and she was out there helping him. Then he's gone for another 2 weeks maybe.
Neighbors say Cynthia Phillips was a nice lady, a hard worker who loved to garden, a mother. 2 children and a teenager were inside this home when detectives say Cynthia was shot and killed. They were not injured.